Andy Johnson, still struggling with a groin injury. Leon Osman, though, has recovered from a groin strain to play. Both full-backs are out, Tony Hibbert and Leighton Baines. Phil Neville and Julian Lescott will fill their roles.
Yeah, Everton obviously going to be playing a 4-4-2 system, a little bit different than what they tried at home, but it's tried and trusted. Everybody knows their jobs. It's going to be very, very important that Jagielka just sits in midfield and keeps the ball rolling, so to supply the players that actually play. Interesting to see Phil Neville playing at right back tonight, obviously feeling they need a little bit more quality down that right-hand side.
What about the side they're up against tonight, Metallist? Well, their defenders Babic and Gonkacic, of course, both sent off at Goodison, both suspended tonight. Edmar, the Brazilian midfielder, and Hisham Madufi, who both played bit parts in the first leg, both start. And a new striker for us as well, Lasha Jacobia up front instead of Onyekachi Nwoa.
Well, it's going to be interesting, really, how Everton actually cope with the system. They're going to be playing a 4-1-4-1 system, and with Salusa just sitting in front of the back four with Raikkonen and Edmar. I just wondered the inexperience of Jagielka and Osman, can they cope with that? I think they showed signs on Saturday against Middlesbrough that they couldn't stay with the midfield runners, and you know, it could have been 3 goals against at half-time against Everton, so a little bit of a concern there, but hopefully they can counteract that.
Well, a bit of silence here tonight. Such a key player, isn't he, Michael Arteta, for Everton? His creativity and energy will be so important for his side tonight. He was certainly missed. Andy Johnson isn't fit. Had a bit of light training last night, but after assessment today, they decided not to risk him with his groin injury. And there's the Brazilian Edmar. Came on at Goodison, you might remember. He looked really bright, and he scored the goal as well. He starts tonight, and he really could be a handful for Everton as well. It's McFadden and Osman who prepare to get us underway. And the Finnish referee blows for the first time, and here we go. It's a ground under construction here tonight, by the way, and McFadden's offside. And it is very much an Everton European campaign that is under construction as well. 1-1 from the first leg. It could have been 3-0, perhaps should have been 3-0, but they've given themselves a real big task and a real big mountain to climb here tonight.
Well, at some stage they've got to score, haven't they, Dave? They've got to score, so maybe a little bit sort of cautious to start with.
It's Stubbs who gets a header away, but not too far away. Early danger here for Everton. It's Devic who takes it inside the penalty area. The cross is teasing, but there was nobody there on the end of it. And Everton will be awfully relieved that they're able to clear that one away.
Yeah, a little bit of danger. Endangered in the overlap there. Everton not picking up. A little bit. Somebody's got a little bit more to go around the back post. They could be in.
It's Raikkonen again. Another testing ball. It's a dive by Jacobia. It was very theatrical. Here's Raikkonen, little ball in again. Jacobia having fully recovered, and Everton are under pressure here in the early stages and able to clear. It's a bit of a cavalry charge in these opening few minutes.
Obviously, are under a little bit of pressure. It's going to be like that. They've got to be a little bit tighter. Nothing they can't withstand, I'm sure.
There's a steady influence from Philip Neville. He hits it long. McFadden is up there looking to collect, but it's Guerra who beats it in the air. Metallist back in possession. Here's Raikkonen. Already he's featured heavily in this game. Jacobia. Good movement. But Everton covering well. And the pass was rather untidy, and they're able to clear. Here's McFadden, but quickly surrounded by 3 in yellow shirts.
So it's important when the ball does go to McFadden and he keeps hold of it. He's done that. So wait for that supply. The midfield runners coming up to support him. But the midfield have got to be a little bit closer at times. Great little ball inside, great challenge by Alan Stubbs. Perfection there. If he gets that wrong, that's a penalty.
The tumble was rather theatrical. A bit of misplacement by Slyusaf, and suddenly that hadn't had the chance momentarily to break forward. Good recovery, though, from the Kharkiv defence. There's Edmar. It is a thrilling night for them. They're used to playing in front of crowds much smaller than this. Their first European adventure, of course, for nearly 20 years, and it is a sellout here tonight. 33,000 inside the ground. When it's finished, by the way, there'll be 43,000 seats inside this stadium, but just at the moment, Everton happy to cope with the noise as it stands. that was a good ball in as well by Jacobia.
That's what I'm on about, the midfield players making the runs. Edmar and Raikkonen, if they are, they've got to be picked up.
Sent towards McFadden. There with the recovery, here's Neville. Madufi. Slusa. Stroking it around nicely at the moment, but Devic has to entangle himself. Away by Yobo. And he's got a free kick here as well.
Everton defence are just a little bit deep at times, and what it is, the gap between themselves and their own midfield is vast. So that's allowing Raikkonen just to play off the shoulder of Phil Jagielka and pick up a lot of balls. So we've got to be aware of him. They've either got to drop with the defence, or the defence has got to squeeze up to condense that gap.
4 minutes. Howard will clear. By Obradovic. Scott couldn't make a telling contact, but he was able to recover his poise to help his side out with the defending. Here's Arteta. Well, the Spaniard already causing problems here. Arteta's first run. Here's McFadden. Looking for the byline, but it has to be a goal kick. But already you see the injection that Arteta really does bring to this Everton team.
Yeah, great strength, great touch. Just over-hit with the pass. The final pass, gets away from his man. Just looks to slide it down the side. Just over-hit. McFadden just can't get there. But a good run by McFadden as well.
The goalkeeper, who's the only local player in the side tonight, the only Kharkiv-born player in the Metallist Kharkiv team. Kubu. Dealt with by Obradovic. This was Jagielkas. Here's Pienaar. And Neville. Arteta again has made the run, but Weah would seem to have it covered. And Arteta's making a real nuisance of himself, but well played, the Senegalese central defender, who stood firm and stayed calm too.
It's quite mobile for the big lad. Gets his body in the way, good usage of the ball as well.
Here's Madufi, inside ball. Here's Devic, just overrun by Slusa. Back to Devic again. Pienaar comes in with a telling challenge. Still not cleared. Oh, there's a chance here for Jacobia, who's put it over. The claims were for offside, but I think he was just on. And it's a real opportunity missed.
He's got to do better. He looks offside to start with. Not quite sure where the ball comes off. A lot of bodies there. Just onside. He's got to do better. He's got to hit the target. But there's an early warning there for Everton.
Kudo. Kelly was free in the middle, had he got it across, but some pinball defending ensured he couldn't. And Everton have a throw here. Made the run towards him, but McFadden is going to go for the long ball into the penalty area. The goalkeeper's come. Oh, he's missed it completely. My word, Devic was there to clear away. He's fouled though.
Well, he's given a foul. I'm not quite sure if there was any contact, but really that's got to go down. There's somebody got to be taking a chance to get in there. I'm not quite sure what they've given that for. Keeper's come flapping at it, nowhere near the ball. It just suggests that if you're the manager, Dave Moyes be asking for more balls to go into the box.
Almost hiding his face in embarrassment there, isn't he?
I think that's what it is.
If you missed it a little earlier, you might have not picked up on the news. Last night, of course, Celtic with that terrific win in the Champions League, but marred when a certain gentleman ran onto the pitch and made contact with Dida. How bad that contact was, then an investigation will prove, but we are told that a man has been arrested today as part of the police investigation into that particular incident, and I'm sure Celtic will be as embarrassed about that as anybody else. That was it's a terrible blow for the club, wouldn't it? Especially given the result they just got themselves to last night.
Very unfortunate, yes. It looks like Everton have just changed a little bit. Pienaar and Arteta have swapped wings. Obviously a little bit of concern by Dave Moyes, I think, from one flank to the other.
Celtic, by the way, have acted very quickly. They have banned the supporter for life. Just offside.
Oh, that's good play by Metallist. Holding a tight line along the 18-yard box. You've just got to do a little bit better, Yakubu. Don't drift a little bit too far. It's onside, though. It's onside. Doesn't do too well with the touch. He could have actually let it go in a one-on-one with the keeper.
Both sides have had their opportunities so far. Remains 0-0. 1-1, of course, on aggregate. There's only one way we can go to extra time, and that is if we finish here tonight at 1-1. Kubert looking for McFadden again, but it's Eliayev who's retreated well to win possession back for his side. Another clearance. It's Stubbs who chases. Under pressure from Jacobia and has conceded the throw.
Jacobia's done well. He's got his body across Alan Stubbs, made it very difficult for him to get any distance on his clearance.
Here's Sluicer. Madufi. Neville didn't quite get there. It's in the corner flag. Well, somehow it stayed in, and somehow Metallist still have a chance here. Madufi will get the throw.
Everton have got to work a little bit harder in midfield to close the man on the ball down quicker and get across the field quicker when the ball gets switched.
There's Madufi again, some watchful, careful faces inside the penalty area wearing blue. It falls up for Gueye to shoot. Took several deflections before Neville's able to eke it away. More than Pienaar. McFadden trying to get in front of Gueye, but it's the Senegalese defender who gets there. Here's Jacobia. Plenty back to defend, including Yoba. And now Everton with a chance maybe to break from deep. Tita has got support from Lescott. There's Yakubu. Jagielka, a touch inside for Osman. The ball is just a little too heavy for Yakubu to chase.
Well, actually the wrong choice on the ball. He's looking for Yakubu down the side, but I feel that the ball could have gone a little bit wider to Lescott inside the wing back, running back. Does it? Lescott's got the better of him.
Sluice up. Last off Neville, it has.
He tried to overload it and then switch it. Metallist very good in the first leg. Goodison doing that, keep ball, and then all of a sudden change it.
There's Madufi's throw. And the header's not away yet. They've just got there. McFadden, the second attempt makes some kind of a contact and isn't able to clear towards Yakubu. There's Royden. Sluicer. Royden does well, holds off the challenge. And again he picks the ball, and I'm not sure it was the intended target there. Madufi, the left back, who got awfully forward, but he almost got on the end of that.
Chasing, taking a chance a little bit there, letting out a run in the box. That ball's coming to you. You should be looking to clear it. But, it was Joseph Yobo. Got away with that. But they're proving a tough opposition. Metallist knocking the ball around neatly.
And they looked really capable in the first leg, didn't they? And we didn't know an awful lot about them before that game.
I just think the system really is upsetting Everton. They just can't cope with the three in midfield and the movement. Very so unreal for Everton.
Here's Yoba. Everton need a goal tonight from somewhere. Kluber makes contact, but easily flighted for Gorienov to take, and clears early too. My word, that's a huge boot forward. Stops underneath it. Here's Lescott. Kavanic. Yoba. A moment's hesitation, which gave hope to the local fans, but he didn't have it covered well enough in the end.
It looked as if he was in two minds. Is he going to play it to Lescott? Is he going to clear it? He decides to clear it.
Given away by Lescott, but picked up by Wycombe again. And the ball in towards Edmar. Yoba's there to head away once more. And Everton again are under a bit of pressure here. Yoba puts it high. Howard has to watch it very carefully, but simple take in the end.
Made it look easy because he's in the right position. Keeping a high line, Everton. You just got to watch out for the 1-2s along the edge of the box. Got to stay with runners. They are finding it quite difficult at the moment to get in. They'll try and get some control on the ball.
Not far from here, Aberdeen have been in action against Dnipro. Also in this competition. More of that in a moment. His stop slips. It was Jacobi who was chasing hard, but taken easily by Howard. Aberdeen have drawn against Dnipro, not far from here. And it means, as a result of that 1-1 draw, they, like Spurs, will be in the group stage of the UEFA Cup. Darren Mackey was the Aberdeen scorer. We'll keep our fingers crossed, of course, for Everton and Bolton and Blackburn tonight as well. Riken again with that intelligent ball forward. Edmar just let it roll for him. It's a wonderful shot. It's a wonderful save too. And Howard at the second attempt will take that. But there was some real class involved in the build-up there.
Yeah, Howard not happy with the challenge afterwards. He's made a comfortable save in the end. Did break to him. But very disappointed. Good play by Metallist. He's hit the target. That's all you're asking him to do. The following up. And that challenge there, that's the one that Tim Howard's not happy with. Jacobia, I think that's the man who's following it up. Good reaction from Lescott, but it's that challenge there. Jacobi's a little bit late. I think he actually caught him a little bit. He's very lucky to get away with that.
There's Osman on the other end of the field trying to make things happen for Everton. And Pienaar trying to win it back again, but Metallist are looking comfortable at the moment.
They're looking too comfortable.
It's a worrying start, isn't it?
It is. They cannot cope in midfield, Everton, unfortunately. With the system that they're playing, they're overrun with midfield players, and there's always somebody spare.
Here's Edmar. He and Riken really are the quality, the heartbeat of the team, aren't they? And this is Riken who has the chance to break here. Bevic is in the middle. The ball takes a deflection. It was a left back again, but Duffy was a long way forward, but it didn't quite reach him.
Well, I'm just wondering if it doesn't take a deflection. That ball's floating to the back stick. Madufi's coming in. And mostly the smallest man on the pitch, Pienaar. You don't expect Pienaar to win that. But certainly there's concerns out there for an Evertonian. It's too comfortable at the moment for Metallist. I think the problem is being that somebody like McFadden or Kubu's got to maybe sit on Salusa and stop him dictating the play. He's having a lot of space there. If it's going to have it, let them have it along the back.
Well, that was a poor ball, which has given Everton a break. There's Pienaar. Toto is wide left. Bordian's across to him quickly, but Toto just looking for a bit of space. Lescott, he's offside. And the pass was almost played with an apology by Lescott.
I just think that when Everton get the ball, they've got to be a little bit more patient, because the system that Metallist are actually playing, it'll suit fullbacks for getting forward. That's one reason I can't understand that maybe Leighton Baines hasn't played today, with the quality that he's got when he's getting forward. It actually suits him better. Well, we did notice last night, didn't we, when we watched them train, that little area there, it seems to have been replaced, and It was cutting up last night.
Brownsville will have a frown on his face, no doubt. I was going to say Hibbert and Baines both on the bench, of course, tonight for Everton. Valenti and Carsley, and Ajebe. This is the goalkeeper and the youngster, Jutkovic. And now they side from Swindon. Just wonder at what point David Moyes wonders whether he should change things on the field, but they have a throw in here. It's more optimistic at the moment. So he strikes again.
And you look at that bench, and there's not many attacking options you've got. Chibi, maybe the only striker on the bench. Three fullbacks, I think. Well, shows you maybe the injury list that Dave Moyes has got.
Jutkovic is a striker, isn't he? But he's only 18. Unlikely to risk him here tonight, aren't they? It's an experience winning exercise for him, isn't it? Just sitting on the bench and soaking up a European night.
Kubu looking for a foul there. A little bit unlucky that he doesn't get it. Gets his body across the centre back.
There by Edmar. Under the air by Jacobia, but here's Stubbs. Solid enough with a back pass. Charlie Lescott, of course, has been Everton's get out of jail card so many times this season, 4 goals already. The man is being led back tonight. Valiev. All rather easy. Jagielka puts a big boot on it, and Kubu is chasing here, but Radovic comfortable enough, and here's Guerre. Bourian's given it away. Silly, there's a chance here. McFadden is on his travels. Kubu in the middle, Arteta's working hard to get up there too. And he's gone down, and a little glance at the referee, but nothing given.
Just feel that maybe he's got quick feet, but does he overhit it? And that's why he don't get the foul. Good feet, just overhits it. It's always running away from him. He'd be lucky to get a foul.
Here's Edmar. Again, Howard's out. Edmar simply rolls it past him. It's a glorious goal by the Brazilian. It's possible heartbreak for Everton. Metallist Kharkiv have the lead. And Everton now have to score twice.
Well, big body blow, but you can't say it hasn't been coming. Got a great start, they look comfortable on the ball, and this man again has made it look very, very easy. Well, they've been sucked in once again, Everton. Don't recover, little layoff, great finish, nice and composed. Yobo can't get back, tries to do enough to put him off, but really shouldn't be getting through on the centre of the goal. Too easy, and he's made it look even easier in the end. Everton have got it all to do, they've got to score at least 2 goals now.
Well, he was the man who put the dagger in the heart in the first leg, wasn't he, Edmar, when he came on for the bench to score the goal that made it 1-1. At that time, they were down to 10 men, later 9, of course. Now, for the first time in this tie, Metallist Kharkiv lead on aggregate. And the home fans at the moment are in raptures.
I must say, I've been very impressed with them tonight. I was impressed with them at Goodison, but even more so tonight. I think technically we've always known they're good, but the movement's been really good.
So foul on Arteta.
I think Dave Moyes has got to address it and address it quickly, because I feel that it could be more goals for Metallist if they don't do anything in the midfield area. He's got to change formation or change bodies around, definitely.
Is it just reshuffling the 11 they've got out there, or would you at this stage, early as it is, be thinking about substitutions?
Well, no, I don't think he'll change. I think he'll shuffle the 11 that he's got out there. I mean, obviously he must have a plan B.
Jagielka has it stolen off him again by Edmar. Little flick from the Brazilian. Just a hint of showboatism.
thing is what Everton can't do now. They can't get frustrated and maybe lose a man. Because obviously they want to up the tempo. But I feel when you're playing against a system like that and you've got 3 men in midfield, you've got to condense it, and they haven't condensed it. But this is a great finish by Edmar. Lovely finish. Really, Everton should have been a little bit tighter. I don't know where Phil Neville was. He should be covered in round.
So cliche, wasn't he? Quite simply passed it into the back of the net.
That showed great composure. I just wondered why he didn't play at Goodison that night, because when he come on, Edmar, he just changed it for me. He just looked so different. A playmaker, but also a player that can score goals.
By Bradovic. Not exactly where Valiev was expecting it, and suddenly Everton can bring it forward. Here's Lescott again. Oh, look at the pace here. He's taken on Bordian on the outside. He's kept it in play as well. The cross wasn't the best. It has gone out of play for a goal kick, but just an electrifying moment from Julian Lescott, which might just lift his teammates a little.
Yeah, asking a lot. He did show good pace. Also a little bit composure when you do get there. He's at full stretch to try and cross that.
Robo is the aggrieved.
There's too much space in midfield. It's just, you know, if you've got 3 men against 2, then you're going to obviously have a lot of joy if there's that much space in there. You've got to try and condense it.
Here's McFadden. Lescott's still up there. It's deeper to Jagielka. Here's Neville. Arteta. Touch lets him down. Has got the throw.
He seems a little bit off the pace at the moment, Arteta. Wasn't the best of touches.
Little searching throw again, but easily dealt with. Neville. It's well flighted in. It's Papaguea who got there to clear it away. But it caused 1 or 2 ripples inside the penalty area just momentarily. I haven't seen too many moments like that so far in this game.
Everton a little bit slow reacting when the ball comes out the box. Not getting back quick enough. A little bit lucky there. The Metallist haven't broken them.
Bordian's poor delivery. Pienaar.
It's very lightweight, isn't it, in Everton's midfield? So unlike them, they're usually nice and rigid and strong. It's, showing signs of weakness. You've got to do better when the ball goes up to him as well. I mean, McFadden there, ideal opportunity to keep hold of the ball, wait for reinforcements to get forward. That's what your job is as a striker at times.
Not enough. Duffy looking to get on with it. It's Edmar again. Sluisar's made the run ahead of him, but it's wide to Madufi. Sluisar gave up on it. Jagielka has it. There's Lescott. McFadden as well to ride the challenge, and suddenly Everton can bring it forward. It's a line of 4. McFadden went for glory. It's a careful shot from him, but carefully watched equally by the goalkeeper. Always going wide.
Yeah, I think you're asking a lot from there. Cute angle, doesn't quite get it, doesn't get his foot through it. Quite comfortably goes wide. Doesn't even bother the keeper. I'd say just be a little bit more patient and keep the ball. The Kuba's on the outside of you, just lay it into him.
Here's Pienaar. Defended by Gueye.
Just change it slightly, Everton. Pienaar's come in field. Playing a little diamond formation now. Obviously, he has changed it. The players that he's got out there available to him.
Neville. First to react was Madufi. How many times David Moyes has woken up in the past couple of weeks in a hot sweat thinking about that Andy Johnson penalty, that first one, which rifled into the roof of the net. And yet the picky Austrian referee decided that it had to be taken again, and of course we all know what happened after that. But had all things been equal, how much more comfortable should tonight have been for Everton, really? Here's Yakubu. Big task on their hands here now. And the defenders flying at him from all directions.
Getting back in numbers and making it very difficult for Yakubu, but he does well to keep hold of the ball.
There's Lescott. Again, a little bit of laziness to Everton's play as giving possession and position back to Kharkiv. A chance for them to probe again through Devic. A little backheel from Jacobia, just about dealt with. These are anxious moments. To concede one is bad news. To concede two, obviously, would be a disaster in footballing terms. And Stubbs is able to clear. Mark stroking it forward, played back by Jacobia. The shot, and a good way out from Rijkaard. Just stinging the palms of Tim Howard.
It just looks so easy, doesn't it, to get the ball into the striker's feet, for a layoff, for somebody to get a shot at goal. And it's not just once or twice that it's happened in this first half, in this first period. For me, it's become too easy for Metallist when they're going forward. Nice ball in, not the best of layoffs. He does well Rijkaard to get his body over it. Doesn't really bother Tim Howard too much.
So another telling feature of the night, we've just seen Everton players, 3 or 4 or 5 Everton players looking at each other and asking questions of each other and wondering what's going on as Kharkiv threaten again. Good recovery by Lescott. But there seems to be an awful lot of
just getting overrun in midfield. They can't cope with it. The players that they've got in midfield are mostly attacking players. There's only really, if you think about it, Jajelka that's a defensive-minded player, and I don't really think he's a midfield player.
Here comes Bordian with a throw. Scott to head up, but not away. And it's still not cleared. Divic knocks it back down. It's a claim for a penalty, a strong one too. And the referee has held firm. 3 times tonight he's been asked a question. The flag's up, by the way, offside. 3 times now he's been asked a question. Each time he's not been interested.
I think that could have had a strong shout for a penalty. I mean, Alan Stubbs goes up for it. I don't think he's actually watching the ball. It's a heavy challenge. A little bit lucky to get that, if you're asking for a penalty.
Pienaar, beaten again. Jacobia. There's Edmar. Seems to be thriving with every passing minute. Edmar seems to be really enjoying his night tonight. Making it a miserable one for Everton so far. Too close to Howard with a cross.
Well, it's a cross, and it's an easy cross to put in. Doubling up on Joleon Lescott. Doesn't know if to go to one man or the other or stay with the runner on the outside. And it'll work a lot harder.
There's Yakubu. As well to win possession, but then loses out in the end. He still wants it. It's a little too much for the referee's liking.
I'm just wondering if Everton are a little bit concerned that if they do squeeze up, then the space behind them, especially with Alan Stubbs, not blessed with a lot of pace, does it leave them open? And that's why they're deep, and that's why the space is being created in midfield. And they're getting caught in between of the midfielders to go too far forward or stay too far back.
Markovic, the Metallist coach, is obviously the happier man. But no, that doesn't give too many signs of being delighted with the way his team are playing. There's a turn by Jacobia, who was pulled down. Prayover.
Well, he's looking for it. But you've got to be a little bit cuter there, Joseph. The slightest of touches, he goes down, does Jakubu. Doesn't look a bad player.
Well, these are interesting times again for Everton's defence. pushing close to half-time. They really don't want to concede again, which is stating what is clearly obvious. Bordian, right back, will take it. It's twists and curls in. It's McFadden who does ever so well. And it runs away in the end from Pienaar, and that for a throw.
Well, they've got to regroup, Everton.
Bordian, the Moldovan international, who takes the throw. He has to do the same again here. No, it's not, because Pienaar's kept it in. And Stubbs hits it long. And for Blair, was highest of them all to make contact, but Everton still have a chance to push here. It's Yoda. Chip towards Yakuba. That's an awful ball. It's a dreadful ball, and the body language from Yakuba.
You've got to have better quality than that going into the strikers. That's just poor.
Watching brief here again for Yoba, but he to be able to see it home to Tim Howard. There's Stubbs. Pienaar. Osman. Charging it to the defender, and was able to bring it away, cleared by Bordian. And Stubbs tried to keep it in, but couldn't get there in the end. It's 36 in a couple of days, Alan Stubbs. Time catches up with everyone, doesn't it?
He's had 2 games this week as well.
There. Now Edmar. Bordian, back to Edmar again. Obradovic. Serbian central defender. Well stretched by Arteta. And then put on his knees with a challenge from Devic, which is going to get a talking to here. I'm sure it's not going to be a card, but...
Well, it's a cynical foul, really, isn't it? It's no attempt to get in the ball. Knows what he's doing. No, he's just going to slow him down, and the referee's let him get away with it.
Too high for McFadden. Jagielka with a challenge. McFadden wins in, but not for long do they have possession. Oh, a little bobble as it reached Howard. He did well to get a shin on that to clear it away.
Well, it's pretty neat, the pitch, doesn't it? It does take a little bit of a bobble. We noticed that last night.
There's Guerre.
Just trying to work out what Dave Moyes has done again now, because looking at Arteta, and he looks to be playing on the right-hand side, but a little bit further forward.
McFadden's good ball. Here's Pienaar on the chase now. Yakubu in the centre. Arteta's hanging back. It's aimed towards the header. But Osman, I think it was in the end, who got the touch. And the goalkeeper's lucky.
Well, it's a lovely ball down to Pienaar, and Pienaar does well to come back onto his favoured right foot. It's a lovely ball into the box.
Well, it was a heart-stopping moment, and Everton want more of those. Have they just rattled this Metallist side? Next few moments will tell. There's Lescott. Well, he'll get a corner here, will he? Yes, he will. Oh, it's a goal kick. Well, how has the referee given that? Everton players rather bemused by it, but this was the chance for Osman.
Well, it's a great ball to Pienaar. Pulls it back, composes himself. Good run by Leon Osman. Doesn't quite get ahead on it. Should be trying to. I mean, that's food and strength to main strikers. but Leon, usually a good finisher of the ball, should be getting his head on that, making the keeper work a little bit harder at least.
Everton being stretched again here. Here's Madufi. Up by Neville, through it. To Kharkiv, by the way.
That's where you've got to be patient as well as a defender. Just stand up, be big, don't be beaten. He's got his back to goal. No need to foul.
Well, the referee has actually given the free kick here, which Devic is going to take. Osman has been off the field, having a bit of treatment. He's back on, and Boyler, his side, need him here. 9 outfield Everton players back on the edge of the penalty area. Over it comes. It could have gone anywhere. It's Osman eventually who's able to chip it clear.
That's an area they're looking to exploit, isn't it? The near post area, ball whipped in.
I don't think he's sitting too comfortably at the moment, David Moyes.
Well, it's a lovely ball in. That near post area, there's plenty of bodies in there. Actually, they've just lost sight of the ball as it comes over plenty of bodies.
Obradovic. Papaguea. Here's Riker. Steps lost it for a moment. Jacobia has it back quickly. Bordian. Oh, not sure what he was aiming to do there. I think he was expecting the run from Devic, which never quite happened. So it will be a goal kick.
Yeah, what's happening with it? The system that they're playing, the wing-backs are actually pushing Everton as far back as possible, creating the space for the midfield players. You say that's a big problem. Everton have got to squeeze tight, and you say, keep saying, emphasising it, they've got to condense that pitch.
Tata trying to hold off Madufi, but Moroccan is back safely. Guerre clears. Here's Riken. Good run down this left-hand side by Devic, who's now straight a little offside, so has to backtrack as Slusa brings it up now. Too long, surely. Yes. And here's Pienaar. It's been a torturous journey for an awful lot of people who've come up to watch this game. All the way from England, flights to various continental cities, and then trains and buses, and Everton fans hoping for something better than this, and McFadden came close to deliver.
Great bit of skill by McFadden. Ball in him, feels a defender, turns him, strikes it, just clips the top of the bar. Oh, it's just over the bar. It's a lovely strike. It's a better strike than he did before. He's getting closer. Well, it's quite evident that Everton have got to push forward a little bit more. Not had one corner in the first half. That shows you how much really they've been defending and how much they've been stretched. They've never really got behind the Metallast's side.
There's Jacobia. Edmar's in the middle. Madufi's made a run ahead of him as well. It's back though to Slusa. There's Bordian. So Howard has a look. Flag stays down. Jacobia couldn't get there, and Devic, his touch was poor.
That's a great ball in. I just felt that for a second there, the Phil Neville had dozed off. And Devic was in.
There's Stubbs. Jagielka to Neville. Jagielka, he can hit them from distance too. It's laid on for McFadden though. He tried to play his colleague back in, but has given it away wastefully. Counter-attack momentarily was on.
Well, that's a situation where Jagielka is really the holding player in midfield, and he looks to join in, and all of a sudden they're on the defence.
It's Madufi, who's not scared to come forward, as we've seen so many times tonight. Aliyev. Here's Bordian. taken. Challenged by Stubbs. Not too many Everton players up there, but Yakubu's done well to cut out two of the defenders. Osman slips. Well, again, a promising move comes to nothing from Everton's point of view, and indeed they have to just watch themselves at the back as Kharkiv threaten to spring. Here's Devic. Strong by Neville. He's just a little frustrated at the moment, the manager, isn't he? And with good reason.
Well, he's streaming at his defence to squeeze up, get out and start closing down, and the players aren't responding.
Here's Slusa. Devic just ahead of him. Slusa's going to have to go himself. Not far away, and Tim Howard is furious with his defenders.
Well, nobody's closing him down. You've got to close the players down there. Slusa then unwinds his foot. He's unlucky. A little bit closer. Who knows? You know, it's slow tempo by Everton. They've got to play at a higher tempo, I feel.
Well, here comes Lescott. Well played. Obradovic. Can slip, but Jacoby is still in hot pursuit.
Just noticing there that the ball's in the Metallist centre, the penalty box, and Jovo's at least 30 yards in his own half. He's not squeezing up. And
here's Devic. He's putting a little bit of a nuisance again here. Oh, that's a good ball. Well, Lescott. I think the referee very quickly decided that wasn't going to be a free kick. There was a little anxious look again there from Valiev, who thought he might have got the little tug or a little push from Lescott, but it is a goal kick.
Well, obviously Dave Moyes has got his work cut out at half-time. He's got some harsh words to his players. I'm sure one of them's got to play at a higher tempo and start closing them down. Don't give them time and space on the ball, but you can't do that if the back four are so deep.
Minute of stoppage time being played at the end of this first half. It's been rather worrying, rather frustrating from Everton's point of view, conceding that goal in the 20th minute. Well, up goes the noise again as Madufi, left-footed, just jabs it in. And that will be that. At the end of a very satisfying first half from his point of view. Miron Markovic, Edmar, the goal scorer after 20 minutes. Twice now he has struck against Everton, but that's a long, long way from being a satisfying 45 minutes from Everton's point of view. They have one half of football to get their European dream back on course. Half-time in the Kharkiv Stadium. It's Metallist Kharkiv 1, Everton 0.